Damn, the video cut off somehow. I don't know what I did. But we picked up some fish. And these are 3 little cichlids. And this tank is very small for cichlids, but these are very small cichlids. But as they grow, we'll just switch them into something else. These are the first I've ever had. The 2 on the right here are very blue, and you just can't see it. And then the other one is pretty cool. It's a striped white and black one. And cichlids are very aggressive, and they're an African fish. I had a buddy, Eddie, who gave me a job when I got home, when I got out of prison. He gave me a job at Gaetano's, and he actually bred cichlids for quite a while, I believe, and just in kiddie swimming pools. And after it rains, it spurs them to breed. But these things will literally just fucking kill other shit. They had a little blue lobster that was in the tank with him, and the little fuckers had ate all his legs off. He literally had no legs on either side. One of his pinchers was gone, and he was pulling himself across the bottom of the tank with his one remaining claw. And these little fish fucking did that to that thing. And that lobster was twice the size of these fish. But they get cool. They're cool. They're highly aggressive, very fast fish. Definitely brings the tank alive. And I just have these little 5-gallon fluvels. They're pretty, edgeless. Come with a very bright LED light. And the filter is all contained in this little unit right here. It's called the Fluval Edge. And I have several of them. We've got probably a dozen here that we're not using. They're just in the box. And I got them just to give as gifts and shit. But they're very nice. You just throw some black gravel. I don't really maintain these tanks at all. Hannah takes care of them. I just feed the fish occasionally. I really don't do shit with the water. And somehow these fish make it. So I have to have pretty durable fish. I had like 6 red-eye tetras in this one, and one day they just fucking all died, and this one remained. And all of the tanks, all the numbers read the same and shit when we tested them. And then I've got this tank here that we've never put fish in, and it's a little bigger. It's like a 6-gallon. And it has, they all come with these cool, you can't see them, but there's some blue LED lighting in there. You can kind of see, well, yeah, you can't really capture it on the video. But they just give a nice sound. When you're up here and everything's turned off, you can hear the water. And you can actually remove the cover on them so that they will have more of a water feature sound. It'll be more of a fountain. You can use the cover or not. But I have a little spotted Plecostomus in here. And there's one in some of the other tanks. And then just this red-tailed shark I got today. And this had a bunch of neons in here, and this tank lasted months. And then I had a green tree python that just wasn't doing well. So I brought him in here during the winter and just had a space heater in here and raised the temperature up. And he started doing really good in a couple days. And I raised the temperature a little bit more. I don't remember if I raised it or it got bumped or whatever, but it literally killed all the fish overnight. It just cooked them. The temperature got too hot in here for the fish. And then I have this tank here, which is awesome. All the filtrations here. And Fluval, you can definitely get nicer tanks and stuff. I just wanted a turnkey. It's kind of like a piece of artwork. Got these glass catfish in here. And I just love neon tetras. They look like they have batteries in them. And that's really probably too many fish for this tank. This tank's probably, the fucking numbers are way off on it, I'm sure. But they've lived. And these LED bars they come with are awesome. I mean, they grow algae in here, and they just work. But they have bags, so your charcoal, you just pull the bag out, throw it away, pull the filter out, throw it away, the little media, and just put new ones in. And you can buy packs of a box of 3 of them, and they're just nice. You see guys putting salt water in these little tiny tanks and shit. I don't have any saltwater stuff. My plan with this is this is my office window across here, and it runs to here. My plan is to put an aquarium that covers my whole office window. And that'll entail a little bit of work. It's not just an aquarium, it's a custom built tank that will sit here. We have to reroute this AC vent and then run jacks to support the weight that will run from these beams down the encasement. But the tank, and we'll build it out. Like, we had to have this opening this size to get the stairwell in, but we'll actually bring this out. So the tank will be bigger. It'll be about 30 inches, and then it'll run the span. It'll be 10, 12 feet. But this is the catwalk back here, so we can run all our filtration through the wall and actually have a wet room back there with fans and pumps and shit. The plan is to talk with, we already talked to them actually, Heritage Flag Works, about doing this whole wall in the flag. They use these wine staves. Heritage Flag, the Heritage Flag on Instagram, just beautiful shit. You can get small ones or bigger ones. We got Jeff an 8541, a sniper one, has a sniper rifle engraved on it, has some shell casings in there. They do blue line, red line, all kind. They'll do custom shit for you. Great dudes to work with. We talked to them. I think they have like a 30-day delivery, and they sent our stuff out within 3 days. I think it was they did us right. They were really, really good to work with. And then we want to use the same material from the same company and edge in all this encasement with that. But that's the plan, to have a bigger tank, and I want, a shark tank. So we'll have some predator stuff in there. And then we'll do a couple other tanks upstairs. Anyways, we would talk to Tanked, and they were cool. And somebody started tagging me in videos, and there's a dude, Mr. Saltwater Tank, and he actually reached out to us, and he's in Franklin, of all places, where Dana is. So he's very close. So we want to have him custom build the tank, and then we'll get a service that'll come in and maintain it, or go with whoever he recommends. But about to head home, and we're just getting ready. We're starting to get the Halloween decorations. We're going to have a graveyard outside for the Halloween party. Hay bales on fire, a lot of smoke, scarecrows and shit. A lot of pumpkins. We've got a ton of stuff. We were decorated pretty cool up the driveway last year for Halloween. We'll be even better this year. We got a lot of plans for Hannah, so she's gonna have to work real fast and get here a couple days early, do up some big ass, like this one here is about 30 inches tall, probably maybe 36. But we want to do some headstones and a witch burning and have a gallows and some different torture devices and shit. Eye for an Eye's coming in for music. Mike Forsaken is coming back. You guys, he's been here twice. He's awesome. All really good dudes. We've had bands in here before that you just can't really interact with and talk. These dudes are they're dudes. They make great music, and they're one of us. They're on all of our closed groups. You guys, a lot of you have seen and interacted with Mike, and he'll hang out. Like, Mike's got a fucking combat cock tattoo on him. He's definitely family. And the guys from Eye for an Eye, David Ray, John Connor, Stump, just cool dudes. Like, we just talk back and forth about nothing. Like, I don't even need anything from him, and we talk, and he just, they're very, very approachable. As were the Dirty Worms. Those dudes hung out fucking 4 or 5 hours after they performed, and they did an awesome job, as did everybody else that was here last time. And it was very cool to listen to those guys so much, and then just reach out to them. And when I reached out to them on Facebook, they got back to me like in 2 minutes. They're like, hell yeah, we want to come. So it was cool. And DJ Richard, he's all over our Instagram and Facebook pages. He's in California, but if you need an awesome DJ, we flew him out here to do our last party, and he set up all the sound and lights, and that was awesome. Like, we'd never had all the lighting and shit that he set up, and he actually made me a custom projector. This deal right here. Let's see if we can zoom in here. That is a combat cock projector, and it'll project like a 50-foot combat cock on the tree line, or you can shrink it down for the garage door, or whatever. But that was pretty awesome. He hooked us up with that. I'm trying to get some spotlights, like the 3 that you see at car dealerships and circuses and shit, like the bat signal kind of deal. I want 3. I want those with combat cocks on them. Those are pretty cool. So we had, I showed you guys last night, we bought these tree stand seats, and they're very cool. And when Baby and I got here this morning, we thought they were vandalized. They've all been cut high and low. All the straps have been cut on them, and all the suspension straps are just cut all at the top there. And we're not sure really what happened. Looking at it more, I don't think they're cut. I think they've been chewed, because I cut this one and it looks very different than all these. And there are some dogs running around. We've caught them on our game cameras. I think the dogs came up here and just chewed on this shit. Our dogs were all contained, but it looks like when our dogs get a hold of a leash, how they just kind of gnaw through it. It looks like a really shitty butter knife cut them, kind of. And it looks like that. I thought maybe the goats, but we never had the goats. Like, they can run the hill, but they don't come up here, and there's no goat shit. If the goats were here long enough to do this, there'd be goat shit everywhere. I really think that it's some dogs running around. So I think we're going to trap them in live catch traps and go from there. But I've got a game camera up that films this area. And just in case it's a human, I have another game camera up that films this game camera. So if somebody were to try to remove the card or whatever, we'll have them on camera. And game cameras are fucking crazy now. They're 1080. They shoot video. They're admissible in court. And you can get them anywhere from $50 now for cheapies. I found on eBay or Amazon, you can get the Moultrie A5s, I think what they're called. I can get 10 of them for $500. And they work great. Then you've got more fancy ones. The ones we have are the higher 888i. And they're 1080. They shoot video. Their color, they're fucking crazy. The stuff you can watch, they have a monitor right inside. When you open them, you can watch the stuff, or you can just pull the card out. $200 gets you a little router that attaches to them, and it will text all the photos right as you get them to your phone, so you know what's going on where you're at. Like, game cameras have changed hugely, and people don't notice them. Like, when we first came on the property, there were game cameras up, and we didn't even notice it for I don't know, a week or so. They were up on telephone poles and stuff due to some vandalism. And then camera systems have changed immensely as well. For $600 you can get a Samsung 12 camera system. Comes with 2 outdoor IR cameras, which is the system we have, and then 10 indoors. And those will even do sound, so you can actually talk back and forth between some of them. And that's not even a high-end system. That's just a fucking mediocre, buy it at Costco type shit. And you get in beyond that with a professional service. Our alarm company has a system that we actually put a camera up top outside, and it zooms from my phone. When I expand it, it doesn't just expand the picture, it actually zooms into the driveway. And as they're coming through, we can actually record license plate and get a photo of the driver. It's pretty fucking wild. And the cameras are the expensive part. You get good cameras, and then your system on a lot of them will actually back up to a remote system through the internet, as well as to your hard drives. And then on our hard drives, we have bank drives, bank battery backup systems that will literally run 10 days. So even when the power off, we still, you can do that. And then you put your system inside a safe, and then you also have remote backup that dumps server. So they got to be pretty fucking committed. And even one way or another, they're gonna get caught. You're gonna have something. They might undo the system, but you're gonna have video of them undoing the system, and it works well. And then you know, just battery backup shit and reserve generator with a transfer switch. So it's going to take some commitment, and you're going to need a real fucking, you know, bank thief for that kind of shit, and that is what it is. This is the new ground blind. So we had a ground blind. We still have. And I didn't know shit about them. I've never, you know, hunted from a ground blind or anything like that. I'm going to take these inside. Never hunted from a ground blind. And you can't hunt bow. You can't draw standing up in the ground blind we got. I got it because it was cool. It's a Highlander, Cryptek Highlander. And this one here is much bigger. And this company, Baronet, they make a giant one. It's like 3 of these pods put together. It's like 6 by 18 feet, and they're like fucking 6.5, 7 feet tall on the top. You can put a 4-wheeler inside there and hide the fucking ATV and stuff. But this one here is like 6 by 6 feet. They advertise it as being 4 people or 3 people. You can put 3 chairs in there, still have room. You can stand up. You can shoot 360 degrees almost, all the way around the blind. And it's made of a material that's much tougher. But with all this shit comes other stuff. Like, you know, I just, you know, flush out bunnies and killed them. I never did any like real hunting. So you got tree stands, and then you got cold weather shit that goes with it. It's not just your bow. There's so much other shit that goes with all this stuff. So we got these chairs which swivel and have a nice back, and they're nice and warm. They have a little fucking strap tripod. So we went with these chairs from Gander Mountain, and we'll put those out inside of the blind. And then you've got all your game camera shit. And then you have, like, you know, we're on private property. It's not a big deal. But putting your stuff out, like game cameras, apparently dudes steal game cameras because they have a ton of shit to lock your fucking game camera to a tree. And just, you know, theft deterrent shit. So I guess I can understand that. I mean, you got some game cameras that cost a couple $100 a piece, some of them. But you're not going to go out there. I mean, a lot of dudes just think, oh, here's a game camera, I'll take it. You know, it wasn't premeditated theft of game camera or whatever. So a lot of them dudes don't realize that their fucking photo has been texted to a telephone. And it's a 1080 photo, you know, admissible in court kind of shit. So there are cameras literally everywhere, and anybody can be gotten. It's just how much money they want to spend to get you. All of your automated box stores, like, I mean, just watch 24, like that kind of shit. Like, you know, that's real shit. It just comes down to how much money they want to spend to get you and what they want you for. And here I am looking for my fucking keys again. I thought I just had those things. It's because I have a phone in my hand. And I cannot dig through all this shit. It's already in my pocket, that's why. Put them in my pocket so I wouldn't have to do this shit. Chargers. I carry 2 of these chargers. This is the Verizon one. And I haven't found any equivalent on Amazon or anything. It's the Verizon one, and it has a USB port in it. But more importantly, I'll plug it in and show you. More importantly, I like this thing in the dark. It has a, let's turn this shit off. It has, I don't have the damn key on. All right, back to the pocket. Has a little LED light on it that you just push, and it's great for finding the port on the bottom of your phone in the dark. Alright, everything is locked and armed. There's the burn pile. That's a big, huge tree sticking out of there. And as it sits, that's the burn pile right now. We're probably not going to make it a whole lot bigger than that, just because it burnt for fucking 10 or 12 days last time. And it's just a shame to burn up all that wood with nobody standing out there, and we can take it and chip it and use it through the wood chipper to turn it into soil. And that's just our feed house. We keep a bunch of outdoor shit, hoses and hand tools and shit, like garden tools. And there's my alert saying that my washer fluid is still low. This thing fucking eats washer fluid. There's those little fruit trees we were talking about the other night. They line the driveway. And here's our signs from Twin Unicorn. It says, slow the fuck down. Speed limit 5 miles per hour. Yes, this means you. And they still don't fucking heed it. It was really for the one in particular FedEx guy, not our normal dude. One of the FedEx employees comes flying up here and literally, like, you don't think about that shit until you have to deal with it. None of this gravel was here. We put this gravel in. It was fucking just mud. It was a mess. And we put in gravel several times. And we have $20,000 in gravel. So when the trucks come flying through here, and if you're making dust, you're going too fast. So most people got the hint, but some of them didn't. So, like, our trash guy coming through here was literally just fucking damaging the drive. He would come up to the dumpster up there and just throw the brake. It was fucking crazy. A big ass fucking trash truck, and that dumpster's like 6 feet from the building. He would throw the brakes on and literally fucking skid on the gravel. And when he would drive out of here for 5 minutes, there'd be dust in the air. So I lock this gate every night. You can't see it right now. It's not pretty. It's an ugly ass pole. We're going to eventually have some big huge castle gates put up with a fucking moat and steel clad with spikes sticking out. But anyways, this one's been hit twice, and I got a call from a state trooper. As a matter of fact, a friend of ours said, hey, somebody just blew your gate. So I came flying out here, and I pulled up, and there were 2 sheriff deputies here, and there was a little car on the other side of the gate. It was just bizarre because the gate was closed. And what had happened is the gate had spring to it, and it's bent to shit right now. You just can't see it in the dark here. But the car blew under it, and it just bent and bowed and sprung the main pole up just enough that the car was able to get under it. But it actually crushed the roof line of the car down about 6 inches. So they actually had to hunch down to be in the car, and it blew out all the windows in the car. And the dude said he was on the way back from church. He was a preacher from Jackson, which is like 45 minutes, and it was fucking cold. And he had a lady with him, so who knows what was really going on. But he said he thought this was Birdsong. And Birdsong's a really big road, and this is a fucking little-ass gravel driveway. So I don't know what he was doing or paying attention to alcohol or whatever, but he was on the other side of the gate. His car was fucking literally totaled, still drivable. But no glass in the car. And he said he was going to try to drive it home. So I opened the gate and let him out. There's glass fucking everywhere. And he said he had just dropped his insurance. He paid the car off a week ago and dropped the insurance to liability. So he was ass out. And then another guy hit the gate, and it did the same thing. Blew his windshield out. A big Tahoe or Suburban SUV, like newer one. And he actually stopped enough that it didn't go under. He didn't get trapped inside, but fucking ruined his car. The fence was bent to shit, But with two tractors, Hicks and Cody were able to straighten it out pretty good. And it's definitely fully functional. It's one of the ugliest things on the property, but it has functioned the best, hands down. So it's cool, it is what it is. But I'm at 25 minutes here, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this one off, and we'll start loading it up.